Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Today's video is going to be on how to play Reaper from Overwatch. So there's going to be 3 different categories in this video. There's going to be the first one, which is going to be my settings. You can obviously change some settings now and there, or you just don't have to use my settings overall. I don't really mind. But yeah, the second category is going to be mechanics of Reaper and how to use his abilities correctly. And yeah, and the third one's going to be the conclusion, the overall, what I think about Reaper and what I think, maybe some tips and tricks as well in there. So yeah, let's get into this. So here's my settings for Reaper. I'm going to read through them, but you can probably just copy off them if you don't really want to hear my voice. So you can kind of just mute the video now and copy off them. But horizontal sensitivity is 70. It's very crucial that you have quite a high sensitivity as Reaper, because you're going to be moving around a lot and you need to be able to get those quicker plays on the enemies in order to kill them. Vertical sensitivity is going to be 30, because you kind of don't really need to have this too high. I mean, it's not a very crucial part. However, if you need to look up and down quickly, then you know, this is my sense to do that. Advanced aim assist strength is 100. You want to, you know, get your you want to be able to aim as good as possible, basically. Aim assist window size is 100. I don't really know what any of this does, but I just know that it works easy for me. So aim assist easing 100, aim smoothing 100, aim easing 28. Invert vertical lock off. All of these are going to be off apart from vibration. I'm going to turn vibration off because that might distract some people, so I'm going to do that actually. And then aim technique is going to be dual zone. Now you can do exponential ramp and linear ramp. I don't really know what these two do really, so you guys can try these out. I might try that out later on maybe. The reticle is going to be crosshairs, because the fact is with crosshairs you can kind of lock in on your target a lot easier with your shotguns, so it's going to be a lot more like accurate, I'd say. Advanced show accuracy I would put as off, but if you like to see if you're gonna hit the enemy or not, I'll show you what it does. If you turn it on, it kind of like shows you how likely you are to hit that enemy, so it can be useful sometimes, I guess. Like maybe for Widowmaker it could be a useful thing to do, but for Reaper I don't think really so. Colour, I put this as yellow. You can have this as anything you want really, it doesn't really matter. For thickness I have 3. For crosshair length I have 11. Center gap is 0. Opacity is 80, because you want to see the crosshair as much as you can. Outline opacity is 50. Dot size is 6. Dot opacity is 100. Scale with resolution on. And that's about it. Allied health bars is always on, but that isn't really anything to do with Reaper. So yeah, that's the controls. Is there anything to do with gameplay? Nah, not really. You don't really need to know that. So yeah, let's move on to the second part of the video, which is going to be the mechanics of Reaper. Okay, so here is the mechanics part of the video. I'm going to be using practice range for this, just because in a normal game it might be quite hard to show you how to do this, but I'm going to be showing you a couple of tips and tricks. So first of all, I'm going to leave this as Tracer for now, but I might put it as different characters. So first of all, I'm going to be showing you the shift ability. I call it shift. I don't know if it's called shift, but I call it the shift ability. So what you want to do with this, a lot of people mistake this by, if the enemy shoots you, so just pretend, you know, she's shooting me, they usually use it to get away, but that is a bad thing, because you see how for about 1 or 2 seconds there, I was vulnerable. She could have shot me and most likely killed me. So I wouldn't use the shift as a getaway mechanism. I'd use the other ability, which is I call it cloak for that. I'll show you that later though. So for the shift ability, I would recommend using this for flanking enemies. Now flanking enemies as Reaper is a very crucial part, as you probably do the most damage if you flank enemies. So all you want to do is you want to teleport behind them like this and quickly turn around and hit them in the head as much as you can. and that will probably most likely work every time, unless they've got a pretty high sensitivity as well. But the reason you have a high sensitivity is for this reason. That's why my sensitivity is quite high, because see how fast I can turn around to kill her? Like, it's pretty quick. I probably do that in about a second. It probably takes me about a second to... It's after I teleport to kill her. Now, for lower health enemies like Tracer, for example, which is the perfect example for this, it will probably most times work, like I said. But for players like, for example, I'll put perhaps a Roadhog down. It won't work as easy for Roadhog, because if you do this to Roadhog, I'll show you how long it'll take to kill him.
Death comes.
It takes a solid, I'd say 3 to 4 seconds to kill Roadhog with that technique. So for Roadhog, I would use like a different approach for like tanks in general, not just Roadhog, for tanks. Personally, for tanks, I would use, especially for Roadhog, you can kind of counter Roadhog easily. You shoot him, and as soon as he's about to hook you, like he's in the hook animation, you use your cloak and you quickly go out of it, and then you finish him off. That's usually what I like to do with tanks. But Reaper has got quite a high damage against tanks as well, so he's pretty good against practically any player. So yeah, I'm just telling you that, guys, because you know, it's kind of an easy way to kill enemies. Like, I could also do this with I don't know. With a Mercy, this is very crucial since she's going to be healing her team. So to kill a Mercy, it would be very easy. Like, you just go behind her and kill her like that, because she'll most likely be at the back of her team since she's going to be healing everyone. So that's just my yeah, that's just my tips there. And I'm going to show you how to use the invisibility cloak. We're going to turn this back to Tracer. So the invisibility cloak, which is your L1 ability / LB if you're playing on Xbox / I don't know what keybind it would be on PC, but what you use, I would say personally, for this, you use it to get out of battles, and maybe sometimes into battles. Like, if you want to maybe flank an enemy with this as well, you can basically use both of these to flank an enemy. Like, you can go like that, and you can go bang bang, and they're basically dead. But I prefer to use the shift personally, as, you know, it's a longer reach, and, you know, they probably won't expect it as much as a shift, because they can see you coming at the front of them with a shift. I mean, not a shift, a cloak. But, for example, if this Tracer was shooting me now, pretend she's shooting me, I would have to invisibility cloak away, and I could get around the corner and have enough time to hide, you know, from her and get a health pack, maybe. So the health pack over there, I could probably get that in time. So, yeah, that's basically his abilities sorted out. Now I have the Death Blossom, which is the ultimate. Now, I don't really know how to really show how to do this with skill. I would say, I would recommend to do Death Blossom when the whole enemy team is quite bunched up. Not when they're like far away, because you're not going to kill them, you're just going to do a bit of damage. When they're all like pretty close together, I'd say use it. So like, let's do this. For example, we do this. Not like that, but just pretend there's like another bot here, and another bot here, another bot here, another bot here. If you do it in the middle of these, you will have a very high chance of killing all 4 of them. And that's like, it's pretty easy way to get play of the games as well. I've got a lot of play of the games as Reaper before. It's kind of easy. So that is basically the mechanics of Reaper. Now I'm gonna do my conclusion overall of Reaper, so I'll see you guys then. So overall, I think Reaper is a pretty good character. He's probably one of the easiest characters to play in the game, but that's why I main him, because him being so easy is like, it's quite good, because I don't really have to worry too much about having to use a lot of my skill. Like, I can just kind of chill with him, you know. And he also does quite a lot of damage, so I can just go. I don't even need to kill the enemies. I can be so useful by just going in and shooting up a couple of them and letting my teammate finish them off. And that's what makes Reaper so special. He does so much damage that it's practically like really hard to not do anything for your team as Reaper. You're always gonna do something for your team as Reaper. So overall, I'd say he's a really good character. However, towards, I would say, other characters, like later on in the game, you're gonna play as like better characters. I'd say like Genji, for example. If you get really good at Genji, you will be able to easily beat a Reaper, most likely. But he's very good against tanks as well. Like you might have seen him in the what's it called, the physics of Reaper. The second part of the video, you might have seen that he don't do too much damage to them, but the fact is he does. Like that sounds really weird, but like if he probably does more damage to tanks than any person in the game can in like a couple of seconds. So he's really good. He's an anti-tank, I'd say, really. So overall, I think Reaper's pretty decent, and yeah, so I'm going to jump into some gameplay of Reaper. Now, I'm not the best Reaper player, so, you know, don't go too hard on me in the comments, but yeah, I'll see you in the game. Okay, so we're in the game, guys, and I'm going to show you, you know, some gameplay of Reaper. So if you guys only just came here for how to play Reaper, then you can kind of click off now. So I'm gonna teleport up there, and I'm gonna try to flank them, so you'll be able to see me trying to flank these guys right now. This map is very good to get on these high ground positions, like here for example. Like I'm on there now, and they can't see me right now. I'm gonna try to surprise attack this Junkrat. He saw me, however. I killed him, but I got killed by the McCree at the same time. That's just unlucky. Our team's on the objective, so we most likely will win this point, because none of them are attacking right now.
This time, I'll finish the job.
Objective A captured.
See, we captured the objective, but I want to try to flank them, because like I said, Reaper is a flanker character. I want to try to get as much damage as I possibly can on them. I'm gonna go in this alleyway, please.
Repositioning.
You kind of have to be patient with him. Like, look what I'm doing right now. Yeah, I keep getting killed. It's fine. Okay, so I'm probably going to play it quite offensive, since it looks like the flanking plan is not really working too much. So I'll probably be at the front lines. Like, that's another way you can play Reaper. You can kind of play him as the front line player. Although he'll probably die quick, you can get a lot of damage if you play him as a front line character. See, I'm flanking this Tracer.
Much better.
See, she got Venom Mind.
From the shadows.
See, I'm up here now, and they can't really see me, because that's another part of Reaper as well. You kind of have to be a bit stealthy. I mean, I know that sounds kind of cringe, but if you be stealthy, then you can do what I just did and just surprise attack someone like that. It's pretty effective, really.
Step rider.
The payload and I move as one.
See, I'm getting kind of grenade launched by the strunk rat, so I'm not in the best position right now.
Repositioning.
You can also do like, I like doing this where you jump off and you teleport. Cause look, oh. Oh damn. I'm gonna try to get a Death Blossom play for you guys here to show you how to use Death Blossom.
Its destination.
I will get my
Personne
revenge.
n'échappe à mon regard.
Path has
Okay, so
with that of
Death Blossom. I'm gonna try to get behind the enemies. I mean, I'm gonna get here. Kill this Widowmaker. I'm gonna get behind this Diva. No, I'm gonna get this McCree. Oh. Well, the game finished, but you kind of get the point, really. I've been flanking quite a lot this round. And, yeah, I didn't get too many kills. I got 6. I mean, that's not too bad. But overall, that's my tutorial, how to play Reaper. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys learned something from this as well. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Peace, everyone.